After 9 years of chaos, the final season of My Hero Academia is finally here. Now we're diving into the ultimate showdown, and we'll see if Midoriya finally claims the title of #1 hero. The episode kicks off with the soldiers panicking because the place is crawling with shadow clones. Turns out Twice whipped up a massive army that's totally messing with production. Dabi's energy is skyrocketing. Just 100 more seconds and things are about to get ugly. Turbo Calf and Todoroki are charging at full speed, and the tension is insane because Midoriya and Shigaraki are eyeballing each other like Predator. And just when you think it couldn't get worse, All For One is moving so fast that he might actually reach that loser in time. The news? No heroes are available, but All Might tells everyone to chill because this fight, it's all him. The dude's wondering how he'll manage without a quirk, right? #1 hero says he's heard Tamura's hatred is actually messing with this guy too. But even so, he doesn't care because he's here. Suddenly, some kind of armor starts manifesting and he's like, gotta keep that smile shining. With the Power Ranger suit fully activated, the big-nosed villain says he's had it with this worm. The guy's been annoying, but also a handy little toy. When Zen screams no one can stop him, the Shoppy's Batman jumps in, and luckily, Hercules' shield is ready just in time to block that face punch. He manages to hold up, but the shield's energy drops to 66%, and it won't survive another hit. The Big Nose is losing it seeing the guy keep coming, and that he'll never be anyone without one for all. But to shut him up, the Black Power Ranger stabs him with the whips, adding a massive energy overload to mess with his regeneration. All Might notes that since the last fight with his master, this idiot's been spamming long-range attacks. So the tactic was to tire him out and steal his power. But All Might doesn't have a quirk anymore, so forget it. This suit was custom built so he could actually fight in this battle. And even after fleeing to America defeated, he still made a ton of friends thanks to fate. One thing's clear, he never steps into a fight expecting to lose. While Shoppy's Batman charges in, he remembers all the students who suffered and throws a knockout punch straight in the villain's face. All Might mutters that it's exhausting being 55 and having to beat up a defenseless kid. To master One for All, he embraced a deep-seated rage inside himself. The Black Power Ranger declares he's going to exploit that rage to finish this fool off. Our #1 hero looks unhinged, mocking as he crushes without even using a quirk. But this time, the villain's patience snaps, and he decides to actually fight instead of standing around. All Might is about to activate the Tsukuyomi utility cape, but it's busted along with his collarbone. The jerk tells the skeleton not to try too hard and not to get hyped over this trash bag costume. Since the suit can't handle his limits, it might be better to quit. Batman #2 notes, they're finally syncing up and lands a forehead punch on his buddy. But All For One doesn't care. He's got all day. All Might pulls a kind of injection that turns the villain purple. Now he's asking, who's trash here? From a young age, our #1 hero knew victims' sadness could be turned into anger. That's why he fights villains to make the world full of smiling people. To achieve that, a symbol of peace has to rise. Even while rebuilding homes, citizens' fear won't vanish. So even without a quirk, he vows to break the cycle. Back to the fight. Chaos everywhere. He's taken more hits than a piñata at a birthday bash. Bruises and fractures all over. He remembers Midoriya asking if someone could be a hero without a quirk, and when Stendhal lectured him. Just then, Skeleton Batman finally stands, thinking about what to do as the idiot villain self-destructs to help the rebomb process. The remaining bones look like a maniac villain laughing like a psycho, and since helping people always makes him happy, this is his moment to prove what he's capable of. Thrusters engage, and All Might borrows strength from Class A. Tentacles from Tamaki are deployed. With the forces of good united, it's time to hit the next move. Even knowing he has to repeat attacks, it's risky. Panels show the energy depleting. All For One corners him, asking, where's the trash that's been laughing till now? And says he won't waste much energy on this basic attack, which is exactly what the idiot planned. A trap to make All Might think he'd go easy. Since Black Ranger isn't dumb, he's booking it, right? Zen's like, why'd that old skeleton smile vanish all of a sudden? I mean, not only does he steal everyone else's powers, he's running while the whole world watches this hot mess. And that so-called symbol of peace? Total joke. All Might takes a gut punch so hard he's coughing up blood nonstop. But that's not enough to stop him. He's still kicking. Our #1 hero makes it clear. Even if his light goes out, someone else will catch it and keep it shining. And with Todoroki's power, that energy will light up the darkness. Across the city, the assassin president who collects corpses shows up. The narrator says out of 32 heroes on the mission, only one is still standing. Kuneda's plants only grow on meat, and even that chubby dude can't use his fat absorption trick. The dude's celebrating. This is the biggest bloom he's ever grown. As the pollen and roots spread, they become parts of his body. Yuga's being called a traitor, and without his gear, he can't aim the laser properly. Poor guy's getting roasted, being called a manipulated fool. Cue a flashback to when he got his mom's gear. Tired of constant humiliation, the crowd's light only makes him want to shine more. Yuga's attack might not be cutting it. Then the invisible girl girl shows up, blasting a massive Kamehameha to incinerate all those flowers. Back to our shoppy Batman. He says even if he fades, someone will always light up the darkness. That drive to win inside him makes sure he won't lose this fight. Connection established, energy recharged, All Might laughs, telling this idiot to learn who's boss. The raw power is so insane you could see this loser's x-ray. Even warning it'd overload, Black Ranger says push it. He wants to see this guy crawling. He's imitating the Star final battle, no matter if it's beyond his limits. All for One reaches out, and All Might uses headphone sonic waves to stop him from escaping the laser. The guy was clever, sacrificing a tentacle to dodge the blast. To top it off, the armor is reinforced with invisible girl power, reducing any heat. His lower body could have been destroyed, but luckily, Zen didn't aim for his face. Claws try to push All Might back, but he morphs and screams, wishing this worm would vanish. While joy outweighs pain, nothing else matters. Somewhere in the world, a kid asks who the skinny black fighter is. Grandma has no clue. She doesn't get heroes. The kid wants to know what happens if he loses or wins. The grumpy old lady doesn't care. This is another country, not her problem. Still, the kid clearly disagrees with her selfish attitude. Battery at 0, capacitors overloaded, and after the explosion, All Might is smiling. Believe it or not, All for One is intact, glowing, telling the skeleton to grin more. After that facepalm, our broke hero hits the floor. The Enlightened One says it's pathetic seeing the symbol of peace lose its smile and hope. Now he's going to return the favor for ruining his life, showing real pain and despair. But when he tries to move, something's holding him still. As he mentions everyone's bleeding, Stendhal appears, using his quirk to stop that monster. And finally, All Might is smiling again. With the invisible girl disabling that idiot, it's celebration time. Then the perv starts eyeing her. She notices he can see her naked and bolts, cursing. Oddly, that's never happened before. Apparently, Yuga pushed his limits at death's door, causing the light to glitch her invisibility. He even congratulates him. But what really matters now is burning the rest of the flowers and saving everyone. And today's his last day as a student, but they'll make it count no matter what. And that was the first episode of the final season of My Hero Academy. If you loved it and want me to drop the next episode as soon as possible, comment My Hero Academy. Smash that like button and subscribe so we hit 100,000 subs by year's end. Only 64K to go, I believe. Watch the next insane video on screen. I'll catch you later. Peace.
You may have heard these words before, but I'll teach you what they really mean. Go beyond!